Hello Isaac, my name is Himanshu Sood and I belong to India. Now just to briefly introduce myself, I have done bachelor's in business administration followed by masters in international business. After that, I served to industry for 2 years span of time and then I shifted to academics. So presently I'm working as an assistant professor in one of the education institution as an assistant professor in business management department. Now there are certain questions that I received from Isaac and I would like to respond to those questions. Now the first question is, why do you want to take part in an international project and why do you want to have voluntary experience? Now just to respond to this question, that I am doing one of the education course on human rights, and the course that I am doing is from Indian Institute of Human Rights. Now this is one of the course where the prime task is that I have to do an assignment where I am volunteering somewhere and putting my and doing some value addition to the society. So I could find easily this is one of the project where I'm contributing actually to the society, because it is a project through which I'll teach to the young minds, I'll teach to the kids. This is one of the voluntary experience through which I can get some knowledge in return. And also, Isaac is the best platform to deal with these volunteer programs. So that's why I selected Isaac to be my knowledge partner for starting with the volunteer experience. Now, the second question is, why do you want to come exactly to Russia? Now, I would be responding to this question because I was fortunate enough 2 years back. One of my colleagues, she was from Russia, and we shared a common course also. And we always engage in certain talks that how Isaac is performing in Russia and how Isaac is performing in India, because she was on project in India through Isaac itself. So that's why, through her talks, it was quite fascinating that we must experience in Russia, that and we must stay and to closely monitor the culture of Russia and to understand and to respect their cultural outfits. So that's why I selected Russia to be one of my country, to be my first preference where I can go and start with the volunteer experience. Now, the third question that I received is, have you ever taught children any subjects? How about teaching them English? Of course, because I am an academician, so I have taught to many students. From last 5 years of my career, I have taken up 20 odd subjects on various fields. And I love to teach the students, because when we are talking to the young minds and we counsel them, then there is more value addition that used to take place. And particularly if we talk of English, yes, English is one of the subject which nowadays is very important as per the international scenario is concerned. And I have studied English from starting from my childhood, and I'm continuously working on this English. And also all my resources are in English, so that's why I will be comfortable enough to teach them in the English, to teach them for the firstly the basic English, and then to advanced English, and then to super advanced English. So I'll follow the various phases to teach them the English. And I am expecting that I'll get the good response in that country. Now, next question is, do you like kids? Yes, of course I do like kids, because my prime focus is on kids, and I always get surrounded with the kids. And if you speak 5% and you get 90%, 95% from the kids, that means there is a hell lot of learning that used to take place while we are talking to the kids. Now, the next question is, what are you going to do in the stressful situation? For example, when children are misbehaving, screaming, or fighting. Yes, this situation happens everywhere. Everywhere, even if you talk of in India, this situation persists. Children used to fight, or they used to scream, or they used to misbehave in the classes. So there are always certain set of students out of many students who used to misbehave in the classes. Now, the best thing is, instead of scolding to that student, we should make the student boss of the class. Because if we will scold the student, then obviously student will rebel back, and we don't want that the student will rebel back, because we cannot generate a learning environment if the student will be against of a teacher. And we want that all the students and the teachers, they should share the common platform of education. So that is why it is more feasible that to make the student more responsible, make him the representative of the class, and give assign them some tasks on the behalf of the class, so that the student will start thinking himself to be a privileged student, he has never which he has never been considered before. So that is why, to deal with the students, we firstly have to respect the student. Fine. So the next question is, what type of activities are you going to use during your lessons? So obviously, because we are going to start giving them the education from the basics, so there are certain activities which will be required to conduct. Fine. So one of the most simple activity is that it's a word guessing activity. Like, one student will be given the word, and from the last alphabet of that word, another student has to quickly start with a new word which will start from the last alphabet of the previous word. In the same way, there will be a chain of students who will speak on this. Those who will stammer, or those who will not be able to speak on, and those who will repeat the words will not be part of the game, and they will be out of the game. So out of whatsoever the number of students would be, we will select the best representative out of it. So this will enhance their learning towards to the words, and also to understand that how quickly we need to respond in English. Fine. So the next question is, do you have any hobbies? Yes, I do have an hobby, because I do love to play badminton, and also conduct certain events of like dance, music, and I will love to do this with the kids also. Now the next question is, describe yourself in 5 adjectives. So I'll fortunate enough to describe myself as five adjectives. One is, I'm the the very happy person. Fine. So I always used to stay happy. And second is patience. I have patience, because I am dealing with the students, so we need not to get you can say get over energized with the students. Third is responsible. So I am responsible guy, because I'm into such a profession of teaching, that we need to firstly show the responsibility, and then only we can expect the responsibility from the students. Next is, I'm the quick learner. I learn the things very quickly, because we read a lot. We are surrounded by the knowledge, so that is why it grab our attention, and I am a quick learner. Fifth is, I'm the resourceful person, because I used to surf a lot on the internet. Fine. I surf on various information on the internet, which are related or not related to my field, but I still surf on various things on internet. So that's why I am considering myself to be a resourceful person. Now the next question is, what do you want to change in your personality? How can a project help you with it? Now one of the major thing is that I want to get the international exposure. Fine. And your project will definitely give me a platform through which I will deal with so many people from the various cultures, and I can share how to stay in the culture, and I'll learn about that, how to respond into the culture. So that's why being responsive, and also getting the traits of the various people from various backgrounds. So I will love to uh, being part of this particular project. So by this way, I'm ending up with my responses, and thank you very much for the opportunity. Thanks.